Hello, everyone. This is Agape Education Malaysia, and today we actually have a guest from Asia Pacific University, Mr. Saad, representing. He's the assistant manager for the international unit. So, could you please introduce yourself and what is your job role in APU to our viewers?
Sure. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Zaad Maseem. I'm originally from India, and I work in international development with a huge team here at the Student Services Office. I actually am an alumni of the university. I did my bachelor's here, I did my master's here, and continue to do my doctorate at the moment. And yeah, we look after, recruitment of students. We work with partners like yourself, and we make sure that students that are in different parts of the world are aware of what are the areas of study that they should focus on, what are the courses that are future-proof. We like to call future-proof, right? Future-proof courses. And we continue to provide them assistance from the day they come to us with, oh, I would like to study, until the day they graduate and even beyond.
Great. So, Mr. Saad, I think regarding the APU ranking, there's no doubt. I mean, it's speak to themselves. So, regarding the campus, I mean, how do you say that APU is actually unique from compared to other universities? What are the facts that you can actually point out?
Perfect. I think this is a very valid question and something that we are asked quite often, especially, when you look at a university that is very well known for computing and technology. We, no doubt, we are very well known in our front foot in computing and technology and innovation. And I hope you do have time to properly visit the campus. But when you do, you will notice that we have a lot of facilities, a lot of labs that have specific purposes. So we have been the first university to have a cybersecurity talent zone, one and only in Malaysia, if I'm not corrected. We also have our XR studio, the first XR studio. We also make sure that whatever studies is done, the areas of teaching that is at APU, whether it is in computing, in engineering, in business, even psychology, is very applied. So the students, the unique factor that they get with us is that whatever they're learning, they're applying at the same time. So the learning experience is not only theoretical, and this is a part of counseling that I enjoy the most because I've studied here, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I always say, okay, whatever you're doing the same week, after listening to it, you're going to apply. If 1 + 1 is 2, why is 1 + 1 2? And then you go and do it and see how is 1 + 1 2. So that is I would say a whole, in a nutshell, the entire learning experience, which can be a bit unique. And apart from that, I think our industry collaborations with different companies has helped us have facilities that can be provided to the students. We are getting a lot of exemptions from various areas of study, whether it is accounting, whether it is, for Amazon to do certificates and things like that. And all of that is only possible because we have very close connections with the industry, with companies like Cisco, with Amazon, with SAS, and many more.
Great. So we know APU is actually based in Kuala Lumpur, but it's actually in Bukit Jalil. So the area looks very good. And would you like to tell us a bit about the location, because it matters for internationals, right?
Actually, I've been here in this area for 11 years now. I was an international student myself. So it's very nice to hear that it's very developed, which is now. Of course, the time that I came, it was still an amazing place. But to know how far Bukit Jalil and Technology Park and even the APU campus has come, I would say for a student, you have literally everything nearby. One of the biggest chain of malls that is there in Kuala Lumpur, Pavilion Mall. So there's Bukit Jalil Pavilion that opened up, I think, about 2 years ago or so. You get A to Z, whatever you want, it's right there. On campus, you have food of more than 300 different types, and we are also coming up with a Subway branch on campus. I hope that's not a secret. It's very visible. And I think a lot more residential options have come up. And I think credit is also because of so many students that are here. We continuously see students moving to different condominiums and buildings around, if in case they do not prefer to stay in the university accommodation. So I feel like the connectivity in this area has increased. There's a lot new train stations, and it's just like a couple of stations and you're at the city center. Even when you're driving, it's actually Bukit Jalil is such a centrally located area. You're close to everything. You're at the corner to the airport. You're at the corner to the city center. You're at the corner if you want to go towards Subang. And also, I feel like it's perfect area. And we've always talked about it. Whenever we go around Kuala Lumpur in certain areas, we're like, okay, we live in a very nice place.
I agree that. Okay, talking about the diversification of the campus, how many nationalities studying currently, and how is it helping the students, the engaging with the so many nationalities?
This might be a little bit of my personal opinion, and I hope people don't mind when I say this. But when you talk about nationalities in the university, we have 130 plus, I think 133 odd. We are ranked 1 in Malaysia and ranked 16 in the world for internationalization. And in terms of how it helps students, and it can be a person-to-person thing, obviously. But if you ask me, I always believe that when we talk about studying abroad, when we talk about education abroad, nowadays, with knowledge being at our fingertips, you've got so many different media to get educated. But what we can't get is exposure. And I feel like having so many different cultures, nationalities in one place is actually a safe haven. It's a melting pot of cultures, and that helps quite a bit. I feel like students, the experiences they gain here, the exposure they get not only to different cultures and all, but also to practices, also to their own personality. You do not know what you are like in the presence of X and X kind of a person, or dealing with Y and Y kind of a person, right? So all of those different experiences actually transforms a student into what they become, and we call them products of APU, and they are I would say, the most employable in the industry.
Yes. So the final question is, what is the final message? I think the intakes are coming up. The undergraduate is March, right? And what is the message that those who are actually hoping to get enrolled and still not sure whether to take the move, right? So what is your message to the people, actually, those who are on the fence?
This again can be very diverse, but I think, to me, I feel like one of the most important things that any student should do is really, really find out what is something they don't mind doing for the rest of their life. Because, and I say this because I studied something in computing. That is my passion. I love it, and I've continued to do that. But what I enjoyed doing in my work life was working with people. It was very different. Because, I always say, and whenever I'm counseling, I always ask students, generally as their parents, what do you do? So and so, how many years did you study for? How many years have you been working for? 25. So what is more important? The working part is longer. The working part is important. And that is decided based on what you study. If you're going to just YOLO your 3 years of studies, your 25, 30 years of career might get affected. But if you do, in my opinion, if you do these 3, 4, maximum 5 years very well, then after that, you don't have to work a day in your life, And I feel like, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you look at most of the people that work in this office, and I hope I'm right when I say this, but if you look at most of the people that work in this office, we love what we do, and it's because we enjoy working with students, and there's no one here that is in a rush to ever go home. There's no one here and also you're not in a rush to come to the office either. but what I'm saying is, like, you enjoy your work, and to do that, you have to focus on your studies. And for you to enjoy your studies, you have to really enjoy doing that. And it all, at the end of the day, comes down to the first thing I said: really know what you're interested in. Yeah.
Great, wonderful. Actually, a side note, we are actually, as an official partner for APU, we see all the APU counselors, the international departments. They are wonderful. Their product knowledge is really good, and they're very good counselors. We really appreciate this. And at the same time, for guys and the parents, students who are watching this video, we have booked counseling sessions ongoing, so you can actually join our counseling sessions. We have physical counseling, and we have online counseling sessions as well. Our physical event coming up in Kandy, 21st December. We hope to invite all of you guys to come and join with us. We have one representative joining from APU as well. So everybody, please join. And thank you very much, Mr. Saad, once again for doing this. And thank you so much.
Agape Education Malaysia, your gateway to higher education in Malaysia.